Maybe even something along these lines. It's going to be very big, maybe oversized, but we'll see once we've added the last bits. The only downside of doing the staging as I've done it, the staging where the tanks feed into other places, is that Kerbal Engineer can no longer adequately think about how much delta V you have, because it would need to adjust too much. It's a little bit ugly. It's on the side, and I don't like it. There we go, in the middle, and attach. And let's make these Reliance, because maybe if these have enough delta V to push us up, we might be able to change that middle one from a skipper to a poodle. That sounds insane, now that I'm hearing it out loud. So we stage these. That gets us 8,000 delta V already. Now let's combine these. That gets us 8,000 delta V. We still need more. Olaf, labyrinths just don't browse around in polite company? Okay, let me just click that once. Open that URL. Make sure there's no window capture open. And let me save that for later. Getting back in here. So, we need 12,000. This has the thruster weight that we need. What if I change this one into a poodle now? That would get us 8,739. Not that big of a difference. Not that solid. If only I had those other liquid fuel engines, the stronger ones. What if, though, these are Reliance, but these we kick off first, so it's fine that these are Reliance. What if we change these to swivels that are more efficient? Actually, let's see. We could probably change all of these to swivels, because I'm realizing it's not thruster weight that we're lacking. Go. It hits us with about 8,000 now. How do we get 4,000 more? Although, hold up. Do we need an actual orbit, or do we need a flyby? Conduct a survey. Proper orbit for 158 days. And it needs to be specific orbit. That's actually pretty darn challenging. We might want to resort to an even crazier design. How about we put these to the side for the time being? And we go for even crazier designs. Instead of doing the lighter weight ones, we put more heavy ones on. Let's try first with smaller engines. Or smaller tanks, I mean. Scale these babies up. They look real weird, large scale. Copy them, please? Oh, wait, that's the wrong selection tool. Now... these go first, then these. So, if we now start tanking these, that is the wrong radial attachment. There we go, and we copy that one to go in there. Can't believe you're completely out of olive oil. Who runs out of olive oil? I actually have, I think, several spare bottles of olive oil just for those emergencies. Okay. So, crazy thing. Even though our Kerbal engineer now says we have 9,470, I'm thinking we'll probably be okay. Because of these large changes in that the fuel cells are going to be giving us these fuel ducts. But in case we are thoroughly worried, why not go nuts? Why not go absolutely nuts? If we're already being weird, let's be full weird. Burn these at the same time. Is that a feasible thing? Does give it some more delta V. I think this has got to be the most Kerbal thing I've built in our game so far. These will, of course, need struts to stabilize. This thing will be slogging its way through the atmosphere. Oh god, what happened? What happened there? I know we started moving this one on the wrong way around. This is the most ridiculously Kerbal piece of nonsense that I've built to date. Now... there we go. These four will fire. That does not give us enough delta V. So... we put all of these in there at the same time. Now these four we drop because we are not able to control them. Let's see. I think this works. These all fire at the same time. That gets us a ridiculous amount of delta V. We should probably be able to limit that thrust, but you know what? 1.8 is okay in my book. Let's just go crazy. It's 100k, we'll just risk it. We'll just risk the biscuit. Let's launch this baby. Okay, Fub, I just read that comic. I like it. What is it with you and labyrinths? Like they're just real cool. Okay, Operation Icarus. Ridiculous Icarus. Ridiculous. 3, 2, 1. Liftoff. Now, this thing needs to have enough delta V to leave the Kerbal sphere of influence, so we don't actually need to bring it into an orbit. What we're going to be doing is we're going to be firing this thing just about straight up, I guess. I don't even know why I made this first turn. I come to realize. All I want to to do is get it out of the atmosphere as swiftly as we can. And right now you can see that the total delta V is increasing because that last stage does better in vacuum. Drop the weight immediately. Remember, we have these extra... There we go, just keep pointing. Prograde, thank you. These extra tanks, of which we will be dropping 2 soon. I want to drop them as soon as possible because I want the least weight to be pushed by the other engines. In real life, apparently, those will be kept on a little bit more to reduce the effects of drag on the actual rocket. Yeah, this is why I'm suddenly realizing that we would probably need less delta V, because we're going straighter up and we're not going to circularize first. Although we still need to leave Kerbal sphere of influence, so that's, you know, that'll still take a similar type of delta V, similar amount. But yeah, now you can see that this one we could have actually just made into a skipper, or what was it? A poodle. Because we will be firing this one in space. And I'm willing to bet that on the basis of these other engines, this one would have already gotten into the vacuum, which would have given us far, far more delta V. But we still have 7,000 right now. So let's... There we go. Go out here. So that is wasteful. Ugh, we still have that weird bug. Now, in a couple of seconds, these other engines are going to be done. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1, release. See, this one's now fully in vacuum, and the ISB is just not as good as a poodle. Now this is going to go very slowly, if you recall. To the Mun takes the most work, and then this takes hardly any work. And then shooting off into space takes even less. We could have probably done fancy grav assist, going around the Mun and picking up some extra speed from that. But in all fairness, I am not that good at this game. Okay, now we are going to be speeding up heavily. Slow down this baby. Slow it down, slow it down. So once we reach here, we're going to be on orbit that leaves Kerbin very soon. There we go, there we go. 2 bottles for good measure? Excellent. You did indeed miss the ridiculous launch. I'm sorry. But we did have to move forward with it. You in fact just arrived at the point where we're leaving Kerbin's sphere of influence. Now, from the sphere of influence edge of Kerbin to a low orbit of Kerbal takes 6,600 delta V. We're not going to be able to get into a low orbit, so this thing is not going to be able to do the proper job, I'm willing to bet. Fill around Kerbin, about the Mun. Bam scan of Minimus is nearly done. The Mun, Minimus, Mun. The Sun. The advantage is, though, we don't actually need a low orbit, we just need an orbit. That still takes 6,600. Really? Oh wait, we are going to low. Go just to orbit. Hold up, hold up. Sphere of influence edge to an elliptical takes 6,600. Are you kidding me? To low orbit takes 6,600. Does everything take 6,600? Well, apparently everything we do takes 6,600 delta V. Now, this is going to be 1 year away. It's going to be 16 days away. I want to make sure that we find a place that is close by. 16 days, 1 year, 16 days. Add a maneuver there. And then we're going to see what we need to get into the proper orbit of the sun. Remember, we have 5,000 to our disposal, so let's see how far we can get. I think we can, although I don't know what's low for the sun. 5,011. This is what we can reach, and I think the problem indeed is this is probably going to be high. Sun, Kerbal, sun, low orbit. What altitude over the sun counts as low orbit for science collection? Kerbal in the wiki. Orbiting Kerbal. Jump to orbiting Kerbal. Altitude less than 1 million miles is reached. Low orbit can be reached, blah blah blah. It takes about 8k of change in velocity from Kerbin's orbit. Oh. So, lower than 1 million. Ah! Who knows, we might be able to do something with, RCS. In any case, this is not going to do the thing that we need to do. The Edge of Kerbal, the summer blockbuster you've been waiting for. It does sound like that, doesn't it? The Edge of Kerbal. One man is going to step over. Let's see, where are we right now? We've been streaming for 2 hours and 20 minutes. I think we're going to keep this one short today. Let's see what we can still reasonably do. The orbital station, that's going to be in the weekend. Magnetic field around Minimus. That's happening. We could probably fast forward through that and have that done, but then again, that's a bit of a waste to do, I'm suddenly realizing. There's no point in fast forwarding that. That'll happen as we do our other missions. Let's see if there's any other cool contracts that we can pick up. There are none. So, no, no, no. This is happening. Explore the Mun. Return to Kerbal from the surface of the Mun. That's the weekend. Build a surface up on a Minimus. Weekend or later, probably. No, that's waiting. The lander drop. That's probably something we can do. Put a Kerbal into orbit. We're going to do that. This is what we're doing. Harvest food in space and rescue somebody from the Mun. Do we not have a mission to build a space station? Build a new orbital station. Okay. So those are all connected. Put a Kerbal in orbit for 30 days. Harvest food. Build a station. Although harvest food will take 200 days. Deploy a rover to the Mun and take these readings. I think that's just what we're going to have to do then. Now, let's double check. The Mun is where we want to go. We need to drop something right there. That should be very doable, I think. Do we need to adjust our rover? Is there something we need to change? Can we even do this in a couple of minutes? You know what? I'm gonna take a quick break. And when I come back, we're gonna do this mission, and that's what I'm gonna call it today. So, give me a little bit of time to make a nice cup of tea. And then we'll be back shortly. Hello again, everybody. Let's catch up a little bit while I get a little bit of tea here. So I'm a little bit frustrated that, well, frustrated. We tried. I said I'd make it a little bit of a guess to see whether or not we could get to the sun, but apparently we couldn't. So that's a little bit annoying, but okay. Oh, Fub, you have finally replicated your LiveJournal blog on a WordPress. Nice. You've been blogging there since 2003. You even have a permanent account. Wow. Once you open an entry in a browser where you wouldn't log on without an ad blocker, you were shocked. Or ads and over 50 trackers? Oh god, no, that is... Yeah, that's when they start using you to promote their own nefarious needs. Self-hosted WordPress. Make sure to import all your content, make it look pretty much the same as your LiveJournal. That's cool. It auto-updates. Hey, that's nice. Today's Moon Day. Better go with it. Ha ha ha! Nice. Hey there, Ronnie. You came just in time. I just got my tea and was ready to do the final mission of the day, which is going to be landing a rover on a specific spot on the Mun. Or the moon. Now, sadly, this horrifying thing was not going to make it to where we need to go. But we'll do that again some other day. We have... oh my god, we have so many terribly named rockets. Was this the Dick Grayson? Is this the... No. We made a better one. I'm gonna need to start deleting some of these craft. 35 parts in one stage? Death Trap. We're gonna have to start deleting some of these because we're just getting too many of them. Like the Dart, for instance. That was the very first one we made. Rove 1. There we go. The Minimus Rover. I believe this is the one... That's 6,700. Let's double check, but I believe that's enough to get from